Dominic Ayine and Adom-Otchere have come up in mention in the ECG matter. So immediately when I heard the story, I was quite excited that, yay, another matter is coming. So as usual, fidelity to the research. So I told my people, look, let's research this thing properly. So we researched it. When we finished the research, it turned out, viewers, I have to say, it turned out that Dominic Ayine and Tamaklo actually did something good for Ghana. So let me tell you the story. The ECG had been sued, okay, by some company. I can't mention the company's name, of course, a private company. They had been sued by this company in a foreign arbitration. This company was claiming $200 million from the ECG, okay, the electricity company of Ghana. This company was alleging that they had entered into a contract with the government of Ghana to become an independent power producer. And then in 2017, when the new government of Ghana arrived, they terminated the contract. These guys were upset about the termination of the contract, and so they filed an international arbitration. Okay. Now, when we go to international arbitration, there are some few rules that everyone needs to observe. So assuming that I sue the... who do I want to sue? Let me check out my jacket and decide I want to sue. I'll sue the VRA. Oh, no, VRA, I don't have money. Tell who has money? Who has money that I can sue them? Who in Ghana has money? Find something for me and I'll sue. Petroleum Commission, yeah, Petroleum Commission, they have money. So if I sue Petroleum Commission in an international arbitration, I have to have two things. I have to have my own lawyers, and then I have to have an expert witness. What is the meaning of expert witness? Expert witness will tell the arbitration panel that will describe to the arbitration panel the legal regime that operates in Ghana to make the case that indeed the contract has been compromised, violated, wrongfully terminated, etc., etc. That's what an expert witness does. So I have my lawyers and I have my expert witness. In this particular case, the people who had sued ECG had taken an expert witness, a name that I don't want to mention at this time, but very, very important guy. He's a distinguished lecturer of law in Ghana. So he was the expert witness on the other side. The ECG were left to defend themselves. They needed to have themselves their own lawyers, and then they also needed to have the expert witness. Now, the expert witness is about caliber, okay? Now, the contract that the ECG had terminated, the ECG believed that they had looked at the termination clauses and had done the right thing. That was their firm view of the matter. But the expert witness was going to argue on the side of the people who are sued, the Abrofono. The expert witness was Ghanaian, a very Ghanaian distinguished law lecturer. He was the one who was the expert witness. I won't mention his name now. And so the ECG decided that because we know that what we are doing is correct, the Deputy Attorney General, Dominic Ayine, was the one who signed the contract. Let's go to him and see whether he will be sincere. So they went to Dominic and said, Dominic, this contract that you did, look at the termination clause that you wrote. Is it wrong for us to access the termination clause? He said, oh, no, it's not wrong. That's why we put it there. He said, can you come to the international arbitration and be our star witness? I'm sure he thought that you NPP people, but he said, okay. In the interest of Ghana, I'll do it. So that's the role that Dominic Ayine played. That's why they say he was an ECG lawyer. He was not an ECG lawyer as such, but he was representing the ECG as the star witness to convince the panel that as Deputy Attorney General, he did the contract and those termination clauses can be taken. So that's why Dominic Ayine worked for ECG together with Abara Tamaklo, who I've texted him. Please remind him. When I texted him, he replied, say, hey. I sent a request to his phone. Jifa Gunu, remind your brother that my text is pending. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow, you should call me. Maybe I can come for the thing. I wanted petrol coupon. But he's at MPA. Every Friday, he has petrol coupons plenty. So, food soldiers, go to him. Adom-Otchere has plenty petrol coupons. Every Friday, the goil, plenty. One is 100 cedis. So if he gives you 4, it's 400 cedis. If he gives you 10, it's 1,000 cedis. Don't let him give it to only Jifa Gunu and Class P, Dela Russell and his friends. It's for all NDC food soldiers who work hard for John Dramani Mahama to be elected with the biggest landslide in the history of the Fourth Republic. Adom-Otchere has them. A petrol coupon, plenty. Me, myself, I requested. He hasn't responded. When I requested, he replied, hey. He's very happy. And I'm also very happy for him. But he has to send me the petrol coupon because I'm a news reporter for Ghana. I'm a news reporter. So this is the role that the two of them played. It's a noble role. It's not a bad thing. They did it even when they didn't need to do it. Because if the ECG loses, MPP has to pay 200 million. In the end, the award was less than 10% of what the people wanted. The people got the award, but because of Dominic Ayine's expression of the state of the law in Ghana, he was supported by Edugyi from the law firm, and that's what happened. So that's what I want to say about these two people.